Easter event has been released and so many players are enjoying the new event. 281,000 players are currently online in Dandy's world. That is so many. If you've been trying to complete the new Easter quests for Exon and Flight, you may be happy to hear that Coco and Bassie's quests are unlocking in 5 days, as you can see. But wait, the Dandy's World dev team have revealed what Coco and Bassie's quest skins are going to look like. If you go to the Dandy's World events page, as you can see, Bassie and Coco's quests are an event scheduled for the 27th of March. And here we have a close-up, and it also says, and more exciting skins. So a bunch of new skins are coming next Friday, and Bassie and Coco's quest skins. Look at these skins, they look amazing. So players are going to be very busy next Friday. This user on Reddit said, they look so good. I pray to all that is holy that these quests aren't RNG dependent. I feel like they most likely will be RNG dependent, whereby you have to encounter the Twisted a certain amount of times, because even Flight's quests require you to encounter Twisted Flight 10 times. So I wouldn't be surprised if Coco and Bassie's quest are to encounter Twisted Coco and Twisted Bassie a certain number of times as well. But with the spawn rates changes to rares, that shouldn't be too hard anymore compared to Cole's Christmas quest, where everybody was complaining that Twisted Cole was difficult to find. I don't think that we will get the same problem with this event. Next up, we're going to talk about the gossip feature. So with the release of the Easter event, Bassie now has a gossip feature, because if you're unaware, the gossip feature was released during version 0.11.1, which was the dial update. So Goldie's shop was able to have a gossip feature, Bobette's shop was able to have a gossip feature, and now Bassie's shop is able to have a gossip feature too. There's so much cool information on there. Definitely take a look, read what Bassie has to say about other tunes. It's super fascinating. But something that I want to highlight is what Bassie said about Dandy in one of the gossips. This Redditor pointed out saying, I love that Bassie canically called Dandy ugly. What? If we take a closer look, this is what Bassie says about Dandy in a gossip. I have a deep appreciation for flowers. All flowers have a natural beauty to me. ... Well, not Dandy if we count him. So sorry, that's a bit rude of me to say out loud, isn't it? Ha, don't tell him I said that, please. So Bassie basically called Dandy ugly. Well, Bassie didn't outright say Dandy was ugly, but she also said that Dandy didn't have a natural beauty. So what's Bassie trying to say about Dandy? This Redditor replied to the post saying, honestly, what did that bro do that was so bad for the tunes to have that kind of opinion about him? So this user's wondering why Bassie would feel so negative towards Dandy. Like, what did Dandy do behind the scenes? Quell has said that Dandy is morally grey. He's neither good, he's neither evil. Or maybe Bassie's just saying it as a surface level thing, that she doesn't find the look of Dandy natural, maybe. But then again, Dandy is a tune and not a flower, because Bassie is talking about flowers. So maybe Bassie isn't being rude or mean. Whilst we're talking about the gossip feature, if you remember, the gossip menu used to have 2 extra buttons, one called Garden View and one called Day. This was secretly removed a while ago, so players assumed that there was going to be a Garden View gossip in the future. But with the addition of the journal, the Garden View gossip and the Day gossip might be moved to this area called Collection. Maybe we will start to receive small pieces of lore about Garden View and other things in this area. So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully that will happen, because a lot of players were looking forward to Garden View gossip. Next up, we're going to talk about Dandy and Dial's relationship and how Dial doesn't take credit for anything and is overworked and underpaid. Like, what is going on in Garden View? So this Redditor said, why is this flower so obsessed with making my boy boy Dial do unpaid labor. So as most of you know, in the elevator you get free eggs, and this is what the egg looks like, and it gives your team a speed boost. When the eggs appear, Dandy says, "Free eggs, I made Dial paint them." And in the Christmas event, when you got the free Christmas cookies, Dandy said, "Free cookies, I made Dial bake them." What does that mean? I made Dial bake them and I made Dial paint them? Like, what's going on? Also, this Redditor posted an image of a Dial gossip where Dial says, "I hope you're aware any earnings I receive from purchases go right back to Dandicus." So it seems like Dandy is almost the boss of the Toons. He made Dial create eggs for Easter, he made Dial create cookies for Christmas, and Dandy takes all of the earnings as well. Like, what's going on in Garden View? We don't have much lore to go on, so maybe in the future we can find out why Dial seems to do a lot of the work but doesn't take any of the credit. Next up, we're going to talk about Egson's Easter skin, Still Hip. If you've browsed Bassie's Easter shop, you may have seen this Egson skin. This Redditor said, "Fun fact, Still Hip Egson is the only skin with a custom idle animation that I know of." And if we take a closer look, this Egson skin has a custom idle animation with the skateboard. That's awesome. We definitely need more skins with custom idle animations. The skin is so expensive. It's 1,200 baskets and 1,200 iCal. You do get the special effects around the toon, but a custom idle animation as well sounds awesome for future skins as well. Next up, we have a huge leak, and it's to do with a future Easter Coco skin. This Redditor said, "Dandysville dev team is leaking way too many things." So it looks like a Dandysville developer left their inventory on public, meaning anybody can see what they're working on. So people were able to see that a developer was working on this Coco skin. I think the skin is so cute and adorable. I wonder if it's going to be a 1,200 skin with a custom idle animation and special effects. We'll just have to see. Next up, there is an unofficial Garden View website. Remember, this is unofficial, and I just thought it was super awesome that somebody made an unofficial Garden View website. As you can see, there's even a Be an Employee section where you can apply to work at Garden View, and there's available jobs. One of the jobs is called Toon Interaction Specialist, and another job is called Gallery Curator and Tour Guide. I feel like a lot of effort was put into this website. It's super cool. Oh, and there's another job called Youth Education and Activity Coordinator, and there is a Meet the Toon section with all of the Toon cards as well.